Now, everyone is aware that Kingdom Come Deliverance is, of course, set in a real place at the whole medieval period in around 1403 then. So if all these places are real, surely they still exist. Now, in fact, I did do a video a while ago looking at all through the real places on Google Maps, where they based pretty much everything off, where you find Rattay, Sasau, pretty much everywhere that you can visit throughout the game, Talmberg, and all the paths that you can explore as Henry throughout. And now Flight Simulator 2020 is out, and boy, is this game something else. I mean, if you're into the simulators, you'll love it. If you're not, like me, you'll kind of enjoy it a lot of the time, especially if you have some places you want to explore. And this game couldn't be better for exploring. And that's what we're going to do today. Now, of course, I am very much a Flight Simulator novice, so if you've played this game a lot, do bear with me. I am very inexperienced in flying, so there will be things and issues that you will come across, but please don't get angry at me. But I think I have found where Kingdom Come Deliverance is set. I think I have found the exact place where you can find Rattay, Sasau, and of course all the monasteries and things like that. So we're going to go and explore and see if you really can find it in Flight Simulator. Now, I've taken off the closest I think I can. There may be some other smaller airports, but I don't know, of course, know exactly where this place is, where the game was exactly set. So it's going to take a little bit of exploring, but I've taken off at a place called Benesov, and I think it's fairly close. It looks like, well, according to this, a fairly decently sized city. And I think just to the northeast, we may find what we're looking for. So I'm using a combination of Google Maps, or Bing Maps as it's in Microsoft Simulator, and of course a Kingdom Come Deliverance map as well, trying to find the exact locations of all the streams and paths. I think the main thing that's going to help us on this quest is the river, because anyone that has played the game knows there's a river that runs throughout the whole of Kingdom Come. And I think this is going to help us find it, since there are some very strange landmarks and things on the river, twists and turns that aren't the most natural looking, and they show up very well on a map. So yes, I do have this map inside my aeroplane as well, so it might help us. So we're just leaving Benesov right now, and we're heading over this direction. This game is really beautiful. It's the most relaxing game you will probably ever come across. Just the way it's been designed, just everything about it. Being able to just fly. I mean, there's someone else in my cockpit in third person. There isn't here. They must be the Invisible Man. Yeah, I chose this plane because I think it's a good one. It's not too fast, so we're going to be able to take some time and look at what we need to. We're going to be able to get fairly low, since of course this is more of a low flying plane than anything too extravagant. But also it's got this big glass roof, which means we're going to be able to see a lot, which is going to be important, especially on our sightseeing tour today. Now I think I see far ahead what looks to be a large river. There seems to be a valley in there, and there looks to be a river running through it, and you can see a bit further up over here there's more. This could be what we're looking for, running through here. I guess as we get closer, it should show up on our in-cabin flight map. Okay, so coming up to the river now, this is looking very hopeful. This has got the twists and turns of the map that I'm looking at of Kingdom Come. Actually, in fact, do we see here, this area? I think, according to the map, Rattay is here, which means we're almost upon it. We are flying over. Oh, here's the bend. I think this is the bend. Yes, it is. Which means this is Rattay. It is. You can tell. This is the shape. Guys, we found it. Look at this. So yeah, as you can see, this bend of the river, this is about where Rattay is if we compare it to the maps. But yes, here we have. We're going to go down, just because I want to see it a bit up and close. You can see, I'm guessing this is where you go up here. I'm guessing Teresa's house is around down here, maybe? Down by the river. And yet, here's the gates. You go up the front path through all of the city, and you have, of course, the training grounds and areas that were up here. Of course, none of this is what it used to be. exactly in the game, but I think this is it. And yeah, because you have the whole stream coming off through, running through there, down below, where you could get some food and things like that, and the bandit camps, which were in these pesky forests over here as well. But this, guys, is Rattay. We have found it in Flight Sim 2020. Amazing. But we are not done yet. We are flying over Rattay, but that means just down over here we have Ledechko as well, another little town in Kingdom Come Deliverance. Yep, round here, of course. So this is the main river that you'll be running along in Kingdom Come as well, of course. You've got all the bridges. Now there are some extra bridges, but I think we might have some similar bridges that have stayed up. So if we go along this way, we're going to maybe run into Samapesh, I'm hoping. It looks like to be the similar place on the map. There should be an area where Samapesh used to be. Is it here? It looks like here. Okay, okay. Which means if we are heading up this way, we may run into a certain Townburg. Now, I don't know if Townburg Castle still stands. I very much doubt it, if there's any sort of ruins or anything. But you have Townburg is quite, you know, prominent in the way it looks, because it has that sort of river, smaller river, granted, running through it, with a village at the bottom of the valley, and then you can see it goes up more towards where the castle used to stand. So we might be able to see it if we keep our eyes open. I think it's off this general direction, looking off at the map. Okay, we have the valley. Do we have a river running through it? Perhaps, maybe? Is this it? Because we have the hill going up. Yeah, top of the hill, comes through round. We should be able to follow round this way to, looks to be a not very well rendered river. But is this the way that Henry runs at the beginning? Because if so, this could lead to Skalitz if we follow here. But this does look to be what Microsoft Flight Sim is calling a river. It doesn't look like a river, but that's what we're going to call it for now. This is where Sasau is. Here. Yes. Right, but Sasau is a bit further over to this side, I think. So just ahead of us. I mean, this whole area here would have been expanded upon and things. So I think this is in the game more foresty bits and paths leading up, but it should lead up to where Sasau is. Oh, here we go. I think here is Sasau. And then you have the bridge across, yeah, and the tavern, which means the monastery. I think that could be it. I think that could be it, because you have the tavern here, and then you have the monastery. I mean, it doesn't look like a monastery in Flight Sim, granted. It looks nothing like the actual thing. Oh, we're getting a bit low here. Jesus Christ. But that has to be it, surely. It's in the right place. You also have the hill that goes up in the forest, and of course the river, once again, running along here, where you had the carpenter shop, the woodworking area over in this place. But yeah, this has to be the monastery here, and I genuinely think it is. We have found the Sasau Monastery. Beautiful, beautiful. You have all the villages and farms that used to be here, and of course here you had the shops and everything. The scribe area, I think the scribe was down here as well. Wow. That's incredible. That really is incredible. Well, I think we have found all the main places in Kingdom Come Deliverance. Yeah, I found Sasau, Rattay, I think Townburg, Ledechko. Urhitz was a bit further along, because you still got Skalitz and places like that, but I think Skalitz may be a bit further up, but we'll go and try and find it if we can, because I also have that on this map. So I mean, I expect in the game they made the distance between Townburg and Skalitz a lot shorter. I mean, there was a cutscene obviously at the beginning, so you never rode the full distance unless you decide to go back there, but I'm guessing they made it a lot shorter, because according to the map it is quite a bit further away. But my, this is beautiful. This area, it was the perfect place to choose for a medieval RPG. Just the rolling hills, the river, the good landmarks and things like that, of course. So the next town we come across may be Skalitz. Yeah, this has got to be Skalitz. Henry's village that was burnt down. It's a bit more than a village now. Was this where the army charged down? It looks like it could be. Charged down this way, and then you had to run down there. It does put it all into perspective, that everything in that game was a real place, and that real people lived there, and real people still live there now. It's kind of brilliant in its own way. Kingdom Come Deliverance, everybody, in Flight Sim 2020. And now we attempt to put this plane on the ground without crashing it. I think I probably had one successful landing in the 8 or so hours that I played it. We'll be fine. We'll be absolutely fine. We'll just come in nicely on the landing, you know? Come in nicely. I think this strip... Oh, it looks like it's not a proper airport. It looks like it's just a grass strip. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. We're going to have to get some more throttle just to get over these bloody trees. Let's not ruin the video now, shall we? Great end to a fascinating video. Here we go. Not too much, though. Flaps going down a tad or two. Here we go. Oh, we might be a bit short. No, I think we're going to be all right. It's very, very wobbly. Straighten it up. There we go. Come on. Further. Oh, wait. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Put the landing gear down. Go on. Go on. Put it down. Well, there we have it. My inability to fly has come back to haunt me, forgetting to put the landing gear down. And it was going so well. So here we are in a stunt plane in Bahamas. Great. Easy, easy, sorted, no worries. Great, fantastic. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. It was very interesting for me and somewhat exciting seeing all the areas that I've played for so long in Kingdom Come. I hope it was somewhat exciting and fun for you guys. But if there's anywhere else you want me to explore in Flight Sim, make sure you leave a comment down below. But until then, I will see you in the next one.